Right now this morning, an E. coli outbreak linked to carrots now spreading to 18 states, including Minnesota. What you need to know this morning. And from family pressure to seasonal blues, a local expert shows us how to make mental health a priority this holiday season.
Plus, dense fog and showers on the way as we go into the afternoon. We're going to see the fog linger through the morning hours, and then for your afternoon and evening commute, you're in the showers all the way into tomorrow. I'll have more about that in just a moment.
Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us for News 8 Now this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Monday, November 18th. The weather got the memo that it is Monday, right? It is
Right.
So foggy, so dark, and we've got rain coming.
And yep, don't forget your beanie. Don't forget your jacket,
Pack
your
it all in.
raincoat. Pack it all in. My backpack must have been about 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Let's get into it right now as we hold on to what's happening for you. As we start out earlier today, the rainfall won't be here for the kids going to school this early morning, so you're in the luck right there. But you will be in the fog this early morning, so you may want to start a little bit even earlier than you normally start just to get ahead of the day today. There's the rainfall over the last 24 hours. We take a look here, zoom out even more so. This is the rainfall over the last 3 hours. This batch is headed toward us right now, kind of linking up all the way from St. Louis now, continuing to move into Iowa, and it's on its way for the afternoon. In fact, Prairie du Chien and Boscobel may pick it up going into the late morning hours at around, say, 11 o'clock this morning. Clouds are out there right now. We're holding on to at least partly cloudy skies, and we have cloudy skies expected as we go into the into the 7 o'clock hour for Eau Claire. That being said, we have the patchy to dense fog out there. You see La Crosse with the 0, holding on to some very cold temperatures out there as well. As we get into it, the fog and low cloud activity will slowly and surely get out of the, will stick with us, but of course the fog will get out by 9. You're holding on to about 100% chance of rainfall. When I come back, I'll give you an overview how this all plays out for today and tomorrow and beyond. Stick around.
We will see you then, Art. Thank you. President-elect Donald Trump gearing up to name more key cabinet selections this week, even as members of Congress are questioning whether some of his other picks can even get past the Senate confirmation process. CBS News' Naomi Ruckham has the latest for us.
President-elect Donald Trump attended a UFC event in New York over the weekend as another fight brews on Capitol Hill over some of his controversial cabinet picks.
There is deep concern, but also a deep opportunity to sort of make sure we are putting only qualified people in these jobs.
CBS News has learned Trump's defense secretary pick, former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, paid a settlement to a woman who had accused him of sexual assault back in 2017. First reported by the Washington Post, Hegseth's attorney told us he paid the woman to ward off a baseless lawsuit that would have likely gotten him fired from Fox, and that she initiated a consensual encounter. Hegseth denies the allegations and no charges were filed. Meanwhile, some senators say they want to see a House Ethics Committee report on Trump's Attorney General pick, former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz.
I believe the Senate should have access to that.
Gaetz resigned from Congress last week, just days before the committee was set to vote on whether to release the report, probing allegations of sexual misconduct and drug use, all of which Gaetz denies. House Speaker Mike Johnson says releasing the report would open a Pandora's box.
It should not come out. And why? Because Matt Gaetz resigned from Congress. He is no longer a member.
Over the weekend, Trump announced Brendan Carr, the current top Republican in the Federal Communications Commission, as his pick to lead the agency, and fracking company CEO Chris Wright for Energy Secretary.
Trump has yet to name his choices to head the Departments of Treasury, Labor, Commerce, or Education, among a few others. Iowa pollster Jay Ann Seltzer, meanwhile, says she's retiring. The veteran pollster made headlines for her final Des Moines Register and Mediacom Iowa poll that showed Harris with a 3-point lead over Trump days before the election. The results proved wide of the mark as Trump carried Iowa and its 6 electoral votes by more than 13%. In her op-ed, Seltzer writes she had retirement planned for a few years now, and she is looking to pursue new opportunities. President Biden reportedly letting Ukraine fire long-range U.S. weapons into Russia. Military analysts say the move could help Ukraine's defense, but raise concerns about Russian retaliation. The Army tactical missiles would target the Kursk region, where Moscow has deployed 50,000 troops. Allies believe holding this territory could give Ukraine leverage in future peace talks.
It's not going to be a major game changer at the strategic level, but it could have strategic implications.
When the idea first came up in September, Vladimir Putin threatened nuclear weapons against any Western power helping Ukraine strike Russia. Closer to home this morning, one man is dead after a vehicle fire in Mondovi. According to police, 49-year-old Clifford Ford died Saturday when his vehicle caught fire after hitting the Buffalo River Bridge. Police say the vehicle left Eau Claire Street, struck the bridge, and burst into flames. Ford was found dead after firefighters extinguished the blaze. A car caught fire after crashing in Sparta early Friday. Fire Chief Mike Arnold says the vehicle went off the road near Iberia Avenue and Iceberg Road around 2 a.m., hitting railroad tracks before stopping in a field. The car and surrounding grass were burning when crews arrived. Nobody was inside. Wisconsin lawmakers are considering a sandhill crane hunt. A legislative committee reviewed 5 proposals last week to manage the state's growing crane population. The birds, which nearly went extinct from hunting in the 1800s, are now blamed for nearly $2 million in crop damage last year. The committee will vote next month on bills that would let the DNR create a hunting season. With just a third of Wisconsin third graders reading at grade level, lawmakers passed a law to change how schools teach literacy. Act 20 moves schools from memorization to a phonics-based approach, teaching kids how to break down words into patterns. Local teachers support the change, but the cost is a challenge. Some districts, including Holmen, expect the state to help them pay for some of the materials they've already bought.
That we've all paid for up front. We're hoping that soon this year we'll be able to apply for a grant to cover up to 50% of that resource, because we did choose one that was on the list.
Tonight at 10, News 8's Ken Kozorowski will have the full story. A Black Hawk helicopter will touch down at Chippewa Falls Senior High this morning. The U.S. Air Force Junior Reserve is bringing the military helicopter to campus about 9 a.m. It'll showcase opportunities for students. The visit is part of the school's effort to start an Air Force Junior Reserve program. Hundreds of old electronics found new life this weekend at Dynamic Life Cycle Innovations. The On-Alaska company hosted a free recycling event Saturday, helping residents safely dispose of their unwanted electronics.
It's important to protect the earth. It keeps some of this material out of landfills, obviously plastic. Old TVs have a lot of lead in them, cadmium, other kind of toxic heavy metals. So we want to keep that out of the landfills, out of the earth as much as possible.
Things like computers, TVs, hair dryers, and power cords were accepted. The time now is 6:07. Still ahead on your morning news, a Minnesota carrot farm now at the center of a nationwide E. coli outbreak. Actress Betty White will be featured on a new Forever stamp, and why some small businesses are struggling to survive ahead of the holiday season. Experts say a new trend called doom spending is driving Americans to shop their worries away. I've been doing that for years. That and more coming up this morning. For now, sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. A piece of Titanic history has sold for a record $2 million. A gold watch given to the hero captain who saved more than 700 lives. The Tiffany pocket watch was a gift to the captain, who turned his ship around to rescue passengers from the sinking Titanic in 1912. As you start to wake up this morning, leaving you with a wake-up call with the city that consumes the most barbecue sauce per capita than any other city in the nation. If you can't tell, that is St. Louis, Missouri. Stay with us. Your consumer news is next.
The lawyer you choose makes a difference, because you get this one chance to get this right, and you want somebody that's going to fight for you and get you the resolution that you need. I'm so glad that I called BGR.
Hey, it's Reed and Chelsea.
We got a message from Mr. Bobby Bones.
Hey everybody, Bobby Bones here. I just want to say thank you for listening to the Bobby Bones Show. We got some ratings back, and we are the #1 morning show, 18 to 49, right here in La Crosse. So thank you so much for listening to the Bobby Bones Show, for listening on Kicks 106.3. We hope to be your friends in the morning. And if you know somebody that hasn't checked us out, tell them, let them know. And again, thank you so much.
Kicks 106.3.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
This is Franklin Graham. The southern part of the United States got hit by terrific storms this fall. So many people have been hurt. We all go through storms in life. It may be a marriage, it may be our children, it may be our health, cancer. Do you have an anchor to hang on to as you go through these storms? I do, and that's Jesus Christ. 50 years ago, I gave my life to Jesus Christ. If you've never done that, you can do that right now. Just pray this prayer with me. Just say, God, I'm a sinner. I'm sorry for my sins. Forgive me. I believe that Jesus Christ is your Son, that he died for my sins on the cross, and that he was buried, but on the third day you raised him to life, and I would like to invite him to come into my heart and live from this day forward forever. Amen. If you prayed that prayer, call the number that's on the screen. If someone would like to pray with you, talk to you right now, just call that number that's on the screen. God bless you.
Be part of News 8 Now's Joy of Sharing, Friday, December 6th at the Village in Onalaska Festival Foods.
The community needs your donations of toys, food, and cash for our local Toys for Tots, the Hunger Task Force, and Salvation Army.
Please bring sealed, non-perishable food items, new or unused toys, or make a cash donation. All donations stay right here in our community.
You are what makes this event great, and we'll see you Friday, December 6th for the Joy of Sharing.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
All right, and away we go here. The fog and low cloud activity is with us. It is dense out there in La Crosse. It started out in the river valleys this morning and then worked its way up into the downtown area. And once again, please take your time, I should say, take your time on the roadways, but you might want to start your day a little bit earlier. You get in the showers as well into the afternoon, so we're in it today. We've got the fog this morning, the showers coming in the afternoon, which will go through your afternoon and evening commute, and of course, we'll see this all the way into your morning commute for tomorrow as well. Current temperatures, as you can see, we've got this across from the Great Divide, extending back here to La Crosse, getting into temperatures around 32 degrees. Cooler spots, though, Black River Falls and areas right by Sparta holding on to 21 degrees. Eau Claire at 27. Ladysmith was a little bit cooler as well, but you're seeing more of those 30s as you head on down into areas right by Prairie du Chien and Boscobel, where they're much cooler. As you go into the 24-hour change here, how much cooler we are, we're at least 12 to at least 24 to 25 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago. Here's the fog and low cloud activity right now. It is patchy to dense fog. Dense fog for Eau Claire, for La Crosse. Eau Claire is in patchy fog. You're seeing Winona in dense fog, so this is going to stick around, especially along the river valleys. You'll see the rainfall that we picked up about 24 hours ago. We'll zoom it out. This is the rainfall in the last 3 hours. This is on the way for this afternoon. As we get into it, we'll go into the cloud cover. Not much happening on the radar right now, but once we get into the cloud cover, you're going to be seeing we're at least partly cloudy skies. By the time the kids go to school this morning, Eau Claire will increase the clouds to mostly cloudy skies, possibly to cloudy conditions. This is what we've got going on for today. Breezy conditions for all 3 of these days ahead, with a 60% chance of snow possibility coming in for Wednesday. Back to you.
In your consumer news this morning, the CDC tracking an E. coli outbreak linked to tainted carrots in 18 states. Minnesota, one of the hardest hit states, as the outbreak has sickened dozens across the country and even caused 1 death. Grimway Farms has recalled its organic baby and whole carrots, which may still be in some people's homes. And Betty White will be on a 2025 Forever stamp. Here it is. White died in late December 2021, less than 3 weeks before her 100th birthday. The Postal Service called White an icon of American television and said she shared her wit and warmth with viewers for 7 decades. Many small businesses say inflation is forcing them to raise prices just as the holiday shopping season begins. Shop owners say they're dealing with rising costs for supplies and labor. Some have lost customers after multiple price increases this year, but there is some hope. A new survey shows Americans plan to spend big this holiday season, which could help stores recovering from years of rising costs. Good reminder to shop local, too. With so many major events happening, many are coping by turning to what is known as doom spending. That is defined as the practice of spending money to soothe fears about big issues like politics or the economy. But financial experts warn all this spending can have serious consequences to your finances. Maribel Gonzalez spoke to the experts.
It's a sort of retail therapy at your fingertips. That little dopamine hit when you click purchase or a box appears at your door, it definitely can make you happy for a moment. Financial experts like Courtney Alev from Credit Karma say recent major world events are driving doom spending, and people are using their wallets to cope. Whether that's the economy, whether that's you're trying to find a job, whether that's the election and the unknowns around it. Bankrate data shows more than half of Americans say they feel they're getting bombarded with bad news online, and this is affecting how they spend their money.
Once we peel back the layer of the money, it really is about the feelings. What's going on? Are you scared? Are you worried? Are you celebrating?
But experts warn this add to cart approach is a short-lived strategy that can have long-term consequences. This combination of both high interest rates and doom spending, as well as high cost of living, is definitely can be a perfect storm, especially for those younger consumers who are still really building their financial safety nets. Instead, they recommend putting the screens down and putting your energy into other activities that make you feel good.
Go outside, feel the breeze, feel the cold air if that's where you live, or the hot air, no matter where you are. It helps you to come back to nature, to be like, okay, I need to be a little bit more mindful in what's going on with me.
That's it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:16. Let's check back in with Art for a look at our forecast.
All right, since we have so much starting this early morning, I'm going to start off with the fog and low cloud activity again, as I mentioned before. But we do have some winds that are going to be ushered in once we get into the mid to late morning hours, where you're going to be picking up at least winds getting up to 18, then ramping up to the 20s, and then continuing on to around 30 mile per hour winds plus in some cases. This fog and low cloud activity, that will help get rid of the fog this morning, but you're going to be seeing it hold on to areas all the way down to the south where they've got dense fog or patchy to dense fog leading into that area. In fact, some locations down by the rivers getting down into Prairie du Chien will probably be in dense fog like La Crosse is right now. As you can see here out of the area here, moving up to the north, they'll be picking up some more fog as well getting into Eau Claire. They're about 7 miles of visibility there. Showers holding on as we go into the afternoon hours for us. Then we're going to be seeing the fog and low cloud activity, as I mentioned, start to wane, getting out of the area once we get into the mid to late morning hours, helping us out a bit. But you're going to see it still linger up in Eau Claire with about 7 miles of visibility and extending into Minnesota. That being said, we've got cool air and mild air right now. We're starting in the cool, and then you're going to see mild conditions come back into the afternoon. So right now, as I've shown you before, we're in our 30s and the 20s right now this early morning. So once we get into the wind starting to pick up, the winds will come out of the south, and they will continue to go at least wrapping around that area of low pressure. You can see part of that wrapping around the moisture headed our way, coming in off of Texas there, and then continuing on closer to us. As we go through it here, we'll have increasing clouds through the morning hours. You'll see the rainfall moving in and pushing that rain shield, that cloud shield, all the way up to the north as well. We'll see it in the afternoon, continuing on with light to moderate rainfall, starting out in Iowa as well as in Minnesota. Then it starts to ramp up, getting to La Crosse, possibly kind of moving up to at least Eau Claire as we get into the 5 o'clock hour. So between 3, 4, and 5, La Crosse should be in light to moderate rainfall. More of that rainfall continues to track up north as that area of low pressure continues to move to the northwestern quadrant of Wisconsin. Then we're going to see wraparound moisture coming back in one swing going into the midnight hour. That's our last batch of the moderate rainfall, going into limited amounts of isolated showers to finish out going into the 1 o'clock hour for tomorrow. So tomorrow is about a 50% chance of rainfall. Today into the overnight hours is a 100% chance of rainfall. We're all getting it. You can see it right here going all the way into Tuesday at 1 o'clock. You're looking at a couple of inches of rainfall and all the way down to about maybe maybe about 3/4 of an inch. And so everybody's getting wet today. You'll see as we go into it, everybody's got the rainfall on the icons here for your location. You'll just pick that out if you want. Going into the central zone, you see La Crosse at 57 degrees today, holding on to Eau Claire, holding on to at least 54 for Fall Creek, and Eau Claire at 55 degrees. Ladysmith at around 55. We'll finish out over the next few days going into breezy and gusty conditions. That'll carry over into the end of the week probably. We'll also see cloudy skies getting into 100% to a 50% chance of rainfall, 60% chance on Wednesday with a mix of rain and snow. We could see a 20% chance of that going into Thursday as well with breezy and gusty conditions. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. The time now is 6:20. Still ahead on your morning news. With the holidays coming, how much sugar is too much? Some tips to enjoy the season's sweets without overdoing it after the morning sports blitz.
Coming up in sports, the UWL Eagles are playoff bound, plus the Packers and Bears gave us an ending to remember. That and more coming up in the Morning Blitz.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait, turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
For over 5 decades, Jim's Truck and Trailer in Winona has been your solution for everything transportation related. In 1971, my dad Jim recognized truckers and families needed a reliable partner who will have their vehicle road ready. Still family owned and operated, our mission has never wavered. Whether your ride is a truck and trailer, auto transportator, charter bus, or RV, Jim's Truck and Trailer's fleet of ASC certified technicians can handle any issue or upgrade. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks, repair, refinish, remarkable.
I've suffered from shoulder pain for about 22 years. It got to where I couldn't even wash my hair. I couldn't even brush my teeth without pain.
That's when Sophia checked out QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
I chose QC Kinetics because my son, he had had his back done, and he had great success with it.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 715-447-7980.
I was in the shower washing my hair and I realized, oh my God, I'm washing my hair and it doesn't hurt. I'm pain-free and I want to thank you, QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 715-447-7980. 715-447-7980.
Taco John's queso is so good you could drink it. But why drink it when there's a whole menu to dip and drizzle with this creamy 3-cheese and hatch chili blend? Forget it. Get me a straw. The ultimate queso takeover, only at Taco John's.
Here at Maxwell White, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best.
It was a law designed to change reading curriculum in Wisconsin schools, but over a year later, the funding is still frozen in the legislature. Tonight at 10, how schools are adapting and paying for the transition. Tonight at 10.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. Yesterday was week 11 of the NFL season, and it was a good one. Green Bay up against Chicago in one of the best rivalry games in the league. It's the 209th meeting between the two teams. The Packers have won the last 10, but no team has ever won 11 in a row. Let's go to Soldier Field. Packers also haven't started 0-3 in the NFC North since 2005. Good start for the Pack on 1st and 10. Love taking a shot. And that's Jaden Reed making the touchdown grab. Green Bay goes up 7 on the first drive of the game. Bears would manage a field goal. Then in the second quarter, Love on 3rd and 11 overthrows his tight end, and it's into the hands of the defense. Just a bad throw by Love, and Chicago would take advantage. 10 seconds in the half. 3rd and goal, but Roschon Johnson takes it in. Bears go up 10-7 at the half. Third quarter, 13-7 Chicago, but on first and goal, Josh Jacobs hits the hole. Packers go up 1. However, the Bears would not go away. 2nd and 10. The toss to DeAndre Swift breaks McKinney's ankles, and he's in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. It's 19-13 Chicago. But here comes Jordan Love. 1st and 10, dropping back. Nobody open, and Love is going to take off. Picks up the first down, lowers his shoulder. Does he get in? No, they're going to rule him short down at the 1, but on the very next play, the QB sneak gets the push and scores. 2-point conversion, no good. Packers up 20-19. One last chance for Chicago. 4th and 3, Caleb Williams goes to Rome Odunze, makes the catch, and Chicago can win the game with a field goal. 46-yard attempt, and it's blocked. Carl Brooks gets a hand on it, and the Packers survive. Wow, not the prettiest of games, but the Packers have won 11 in a row over the Bears. Sam Darnold and the Vikings looking to improve to 8-2 on the season up against the Tennessee Titans. Minnesota down 3 early on, but on 1st and 10, Darnold play action. He's going to go to the middle of the field, and he has Jordan Addison wide open. He's got some space. Addison going all the way in for the touchdown. Vikings go up 7-3. Second quarter, Vikings moving the ball again. Darnold flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run, and has Justin Jefferson for the first down. And then later in the drive on 1st and goal, QB sneak, and Darnold is in for the touchdown. It's 14-3 Minnesota. Third quarter, now 16-10, but on 1st and goal, Darnold hits Cam Akers for the touchdown pass. Minnesota goes up 13 as they would hold on for the win, 23-13, and improve to 8-2 on the year. It's official, the UWL Eagles are into the NCAA Division III football playoffs for the 4th straight season, and they're hosting a first-round matchup up against Northwestern St. Paul. The first round will be next Saturday, November 23rd, and it's set for a noon kickoff. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
You're thinking about new windows and doors. I've been thinking about new windows and doors for over 40 years. You're thinking about the best window at the best price. I'm thinking about the best window at the best price for you. The best quality installed by professional installers at a fair price. If you're planning new windows and doors, you owe it to yourself to contact the Board Store Home Improvements for a prompt free estimate. You'll be glad you did. Contact us today.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford SUVs, including Escape, Bronco Sport, and Explorer. Get holiday ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford SUVs. That's how you get holiday ready. Now get up to $3,000 in total cash on a brand new 2025 Ford Explorer. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
It's so cold. I guess I should have called G&T Heating before the furnace went bad. Quite silly, really, with all the things that can go bad with a furnace. Plug vent, rust buildup, dirty flame sensor, the filter. Should have called G&T sooner.
My fingers are freezing. They're numb.
Oh, take my extra pair of gloves.
Extra gloves?
Hey, Dominic here to tell you about our great Wisconsin-made gifts for every occasion. T-shirts for birthdays, cookbooks for showers, aprons for Mother's Day, hats for Father's Day, gift boxes for weddings and thank you gifts, and for Christmas or any other celebration. We have mini cinnamon bears. They even smell like Please Me. Get your gifts at our outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse.
One of the biggest mistakes you can make when shopping for a car is committing to a loan payment. Once you do that, you've lost control over the entire transaction. Control over the price of the car, what you're gonna get in trade, maybe even your interest rate. So if you want someone to help you along with this transaction, give me a call or one of my great loan officers.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
In your Monday morning medical news, the threat of post-surgery complications remains a concern in this country. According to a new study, more than a third of people have adverse effects after going under the knife. Roughly 20% of those issues were caused by medical errors. Researchers say in some cases, these medical mistakes resulted in problems like infections that were either serious or life-threatening. They add hospitals need to make greater progress on patient safety. Another new study out of Australia finding standing desks may actually be bad for your health. Researchers found prolonged standing may not improve heart health. It could even cause other problems. While prolonged sitting has long been associated with things like obesity and diabetes, researchers found standing did not reduce the risk. It actually increased a person's risk of circulatory problems. Researchers say the key to staying healthy is moving and interrupting long stretches of sitting or standing. With the holiday season approaching, many of us will have our fair share of sugar. The American Heart Association says on average we eat more than 2 to 3 times the recommended amount of sugar every day. Kirsten Mitchell has some tips for cutting back during the holidays.
The season of sweets is never ending at Regina's Candies in St. Paul.
How much sugar do you eat a day, you think?
A lot.
What does sugar do to our body?
It goes into our bloodstream, and then our friend insulin puts it into our cells so that we can utilize it for energy.
Dr. Allison Golnick is an integrative pediatrician at Allina Health.
If we have too much sugar, insulin can burn out, causing diabetes. And if we have too much sugar, our body has to store it somewhere, so it gets stored as adipose tissue, contributing to obesity.
How do you feel after you eat a lot of sugar? Do you notice a change in your body?
I think I get a hit of energy and then I get sleepy.
How much sugar should we be consuming a day?
In general, you want to have less than 25 grams of added sugars. A little more maybe for men, a little less for kids.
25 grams of sugar is about 6 teaspoons. May sound like a lot, but it's easy to consume that amount in just one serving. These candy bars, for example, have about 25 grams of sugar. And soda, an astounding 75 grams. So drinking one of these bottles would be about 3 times your daily limit. Diet or zero sugar labeled foods contain artificial sweeteners, which doctors say can be harmful too.
The big whammy with these is that they're like 100 times as sweet as sugar. So they're training our taste buds to love sugar and want more and more and more.
Dr. Golnick recommends pairing sweets with fiber or protein, eating a savory breakfast instead of sweet, and taking a walk after eating.
I think there are more healthy things that are easy to grab instead of a cookie if you have discipline.
Discipline and understanding often confusing nutrition labels can help set you up for sweet success.
Experts have another helpful tip for identifying sweeteners in food labels. Look for ingredients that end in ose, like fructose, dextrose, and maltose. Blood donors can celebrate a TV milestone and help save some lives today in La Crosse. The Red Cross marking 30 years of the TV show Friends with a special blood drive. Everyone who donates between now and December 8th will get 2 pairs of special Friends socks. Today's drive runs from 11:45 to 6:45 at the La Crosse Donation Center on Highway 16. Kids and their families enjoyed story time at the Seven Rivers LGBTQ Connection Center. Kids aged 0 to 10 enjoyed a half hour of fun with singing, dancing, and stories designed to create a welcoming space for play and connection at the Raising Rainbows event.
The idea is to offer a supportive, inclusive environment for education of LGBTQ families where they can feel safe and learn a little bit of something, have a little bit of fun, and build community.
Although Raising Rainbows focuses on LGBTQ families, all were welcome to attend. The UWL Screaming Eagles Marching Band honored the 1970s with a field show review. They performed classic hits like Carry On, My Wayward Son, and Freebird. The band's director says the show is a chance to celebrate the group's accomplishments this season.
This is our opportunity to perform all the songs that we've performed throughout the season. And it's just one last get together, play lots of music, have fun, and enjoy the friendships.
Besides the music, attendees could also enjoy choreography and a color guard display. Get ready to lace up your skates. Open Skate is back at the Omni Center every Sunday from 5:30 to 7:30. It's the only time community members can hit the ice because of the center's busy schedule during the week.
Every year, every week, every Sunday from November to February, and then every year people always look forward to it. We've never changed it. It kind of sits in our schedule year to year just to make sure we have time for the public.
Admission to Open Skate is $5. Skate rentals cost an additional $5. Time now is 6:35. We're doing 5s right now. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett to tell us what to expect for our morning commute.
I gotta say, Freebird! All right, we'll get into it. The fog is beginning to lift gradually. As you can see it here in La Crosse. It is patchy to dense fog out there right now. As I mentioned before, you might want to start your day a little bit earlier, let the car in front of you have a little extra space. And of course, you're gonna need the jacket, the umbrella, as well as the beanie, all that kind of stuff, because it's chilly to cold right now, or at least chilly. We have temperatures in the 20s and the 30s. And once we get in the afternoon, we're gonna have the 50s possibly. We'll also see the showers coming in the afternoon. The fog and low cloud activity here, dense fog for La Crosse. You see it over in Winona as well. Eau Claire is patchy fog there. And then you get into Marshfield, you've got some patchy fog, possibly patchy to dense fog as you get into Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. And of course, they're going to get the rainfall first. There it is right there. This is the rainfall of the last 3 hours. It's edging closer and closer, getting into Iowa and continuing on to get into central Iowa within the next hour or so. As far as the cloud cover is concerned, nothing happening right now, or I should say, as far as the rainfall is concerned, nothing happening here. But here's a cloud cover right now. It's getting closer. As I mentioned, you're going to be picking up some extra clouds going into La Crosse as we go into the 7 a.m. hour. They're going to get to at least cloudy skies as the morning starts. Right now, La Crosse is in patchy fog, patchy fog, as well as in some patchy, partly cloudy skies. That's what I'm trying to say there. There's the fog. There's the current temperatures right now. You can see how chilly we are. 21 degrees in Black River Falls as well as there is in Sparta. 32 degrees going into Eau Claire. 27 in Eau Claire. 32 in La Crosse. As we finish out, we're looking at more of those 30s down to the south, and they're headed for rainfall within the next few hours. More about that coming up for you in just a moment.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Addison is turning 8 weeks old today. She loves to spend time with her mom and dad and is always smiling.
And Isaiah's turning 8. He loves to read and spend time with his friends and family.
How about Addie? Addie's turning 8 years old today. She loves to spend time with her summer tractor pulling and, of course, spending time with her family and friends.
Sienna is turning 18 today. She is a straight A student that loves drawing, painting, and doing nails.
Right on. All right, Butch is turning 80 years old today. He loves to spend time with his great-grandkids and watching football.
He's got some cats, too. Oh, cat and a dog. All right. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old, we would love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Still to come, before the holiday rush begins, learn how to spot the signs of stress and what you can do about them coming up on Mindful Monday.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
For over 5 decades, Jim's Truck and Trailer in Winona has been your solution for everything transportation related. In 1971, my dad Jim recognized truckers and families needed a reliable partner who will have their vehicle road ready. Still family owned and operated, our mission has never wavered. Whether your ride is a truck and trailer, auto transportator, charter bus, or RV, Jim's Truck and Trailer's fleet of ASC certified technicians can handle any issue or upgrade. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we've helped families get ready for Thanksgiving for generations. So as you prep for hosting, baking, and holiday travel, shop unbeatable deals on supplies to help you savor the season. Like 1-pound bags of pecan halves or pieces, just $6.99. This West Bend Versatility Cooker with tote, $29.99. 3 gallons of picnic turkey frying oil, only $39.99. Plus $100 instant savings on this 10-amp-hour DeWalt tool battery. Everything you need for Turkey Day for less. Only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Ready? Okay.
Walt never smoked a day in his life, so when he developed a bad cough, we never thought lung cancer, but that's what it was. What gives a non-smoker lung cancer? A friend suggested we check the house for radon. Sure enough, it was high. We've had it taken care of now, but I wish we'd known sooner. Walt died 4 weeks and 5 days after the diagnosis. If you haven't had your home checked for radon, do it. Do it for your family. No one should lose someone they love because of this.
Black Friday deals are here. Get in a Jeep, Ram, or Fiat today at Pischke Motors in La Crosse or Pischke Motors West Salem. Save over $7,000 off MSRP on the capable 2024 Jeep Compass 4x4. Come drive the newly redesigned award-winning 2025 Ram 1500. Over 20% off MSRP on all remaining 2023 Fiat 500X with all-wheel drive ready for the changing season. Stop in now because this offer ends November 30th. Start your search at Pischke.com. Then drive away in your new Jeep, Ram, or Fiat.
Become a better you with the help and support of the Y. Whether you're training for a 5K, looking to gain strength, or lose weight, we are here to help. You can be stronger and living better through the help of the Y. Stop by the Y today or visit our website to learn more.
Well, good morning to you. We see the fog is beginning to lift again this early morning, slowly but surely as we start your morning. So don't forget, you need to bundle up today. We have temperatures in the 30s and the 20s this early morning. We've got the fog and low cloud activity that's with us. The winds are going to start to stir up once we get in the mid-morning hours, and that's going to help get rid of this fog and low cloud activity. We have the dense fog in La Crosse right now, patchy fog over in Eau Claire, patchy to dense fog by Boscobel and Prairie du Chien. That extends out to Madison as well if you're heading that direction, all the way up in Mansfield with a little bit of fog and low cloud activity, and Winona holding on to dense fog as well. This fog will start to dissipate as we go gradually right through the mid-morning hours, as I mentioned. Some of it will lane right back into areas by Eau Claire, getting up towards into Minneapolis as well. So please be careful with that this early morning. Showers will get into the afternoon. We'll see them continue to move in for us as we get into the day. You've got rain coming into the afternoon, and we're looking at 100% chance of rainfall today. That's going to last all the way to tomorrow, possibly getting into the early afternoon, about 1 o'clock for tomorrow. Rain by tomorrow in the morning hours is going to be about a 50% chance. We're going to see a chance of rainfall. It'll be breezy as well. We'll see the breeze kind of cutting in today as well. We'll see winds today getting up to at least near 40 miles per hour plus in some cases. We have the winds that start out, as you can see them by 18, getting at least in some locations in the 20s and extending up to Eau Claire around 13 miles per hour. Then the winds begin to tick up by the 3 o'clock hour. You're seeing La Crosse at 22, and then holding on to areas right by Arcadia, getting into the north there. You're seeing Ladysmith at 29, and right back into areas by La Crosse. You're looking at winds slowly but surely beginning to pick up as well. We'll see that going into the 9 o'clock hour, where these winds are up to at least 39 miles per hour, gusting in some cases, and those winds are going to be coming out of the southeast, continuing to sweep through the area slowly but surely with 32 mile per hour winds in La Crosse. Then once we get into the midnight hour and the overnight hours, it starts to quell. We'll see at least breezy, gusty winds coming back with more of that wind coming in from the west, and that continues to pump up those winds back up to at least the 30s back into the day for tomorrow. That being said, drier air is trying to get up from the Gulf and working its way northward, but there's that stack of moisture that's headed our way right now, going into areas passing St. Louis, heading into Iowa. As we go through the day, you're going to be seeing this morning rainfall start to sneak in. Once we get in the 10 o'clock hour by Boscobel and Prairie du Chien, overrunning them with rainfall coming into La Crosse at the noon hour. Then it becomes more widespread as that cloud shield continues to stretch all the way up to Ladysmith, starting out with light rainfall for them there Moderate rainfall down to the south, with that kind of lifting over La Crosse as we go in the 4 o'clock hour. By 5 o'clock, you're going to see that going into Eau Claire and continuing on to the north. With another sweep of that rainfall coming back in again in the overnight hours, you'll see that continue to go all the way through the day for tomorrow, at least into the morning hours. And by the 1 o'clock hour, they're done. You'll see the rainfall up to at least near 2 inches of rainfall, down to about 3/4 of an inch. Then we finish out going into how this all plays out for us. We're going to be looking at conditions to be like this. We'll go into 57 degrees today with showers moving in the air. They'll be light to near moderate. We'll carry over into tomorrow with light showers finishing out by 1 o'clock. Then we've got the clouds remaining through the day. Wednesday and Thursday, maybe a mix of rain and snow on the way, with temperatures dipping down into the 40s.
Thank you, Art. With the holidays just around the corner, stress levels can start to climb. This morning, Christy Harris, a wellness education specialist with Gunderson Health System, joins us. She has some timely tips to help us protect our mental health during this busy season. Good morning, Christy. Good morning. Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So what is it about the holidays that hits us so hard mentally?
I think one of the big things that we do is a lot of us set such unrealistic expectations for ourselves, and we already kind of start the holidays out then with setting ourselves up for failure.
Yeah, it's hard not to with social media and other influences like that, right? Right.
Well, I hear about the self-care working all the time now. What can we do to make it a little bit easier for folks during the holidays?
So I think one of the things that we need to do is just be realistic about what do you have for time and what are the things that are really important for you. Right. And then that helps you be able to gauge what you're able to do. If finances are tough for you at this time of the year, maybe be a little bit creative in what you can do for gifts. So things that might already cause you a little bit of stress, if you kind of think about it a little bit in advance, so now would definitely be the time to do it, if not a few weeks earlier. That would probably be a good idea to kind of start getting that in place.
Maybe even social media, kind of staying away from that a little bit, because I was just looking over at the Thanksgiving meals, I was like,
yeah, right. Why does my meal not look like that? Why do my kids' toys not look like that, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, great advice there. And so what's the biggest warning sign that maybe our holiday stress is getting to be too much?
I think one of the big signs would be if you're really not finding the joy in this season.
Okay.
You know, if we're feeling like we're overwhelming ourselves, that's probably a good sign of it's time to step back a little bit.
Yeah.
We might also realize that if there are things that maybe are already setting us up for a challenging holiday, so maybe the loss of a loved one, maybe this holiday is going to look a little bit different, and that's okay. We make it what it is.
Right.
The holiday is coming, and you make it special by how you do it and who you're with.
Right. Okay. And it's different every year, and that's okay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about families, my friend, sorry about that. What do we do to start or set boundaries with family?
That's a big one. When we talk about what are some stressors for the holidays, right? Yeah, definitely we need to set some boundaries. Right. If you're getting pulled in multiple directions for the holidays, one of the biggest things that you can do is speak up for what's best for you and your family. If you have expectations for what you would like to do, be clear with that about others that you love and that you care about and you want to spend time with, as to what you and your family will plan on doing, and then you will make accommodations accordingly. I always tell folks, you know what, the holiday is the day that you make it. Yes, we have Christmas is on just Christmas Day, but we can celebrate that day any day, and it can feel the same no matter what day that we do it.
And sometimes we might have to be a little bit flexible, right? With in-laws, and you get everybody involved. So yeah, being flexible. Do you have like a most important tip if someone is starting to feel overwhelmed now?
I think the big thing would be, again, be realistic, have a support system in place. Realize that you don't have to do all of this on your own. It's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
And if you are absolutely feeling any type of depression symptoms or seasonal affective disorder symptoms, anything along those lines, please reach out and get help from a medical professional or a therapist.
Okay. And what are some of those symptoms we should be looking for?
If we're starting to notice that we're socially withdrawing from others, maybe our sleeping patterns are we're either sleeping too much or we're not getting enough to sleep. Eating patterns can be another one. Maybe we're eating too much or too little. So just be very aware of that. Or if you notice that in someone else, reach out and be kind.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. Very, very useful information, Christy. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Tony Nicopol. Coming up on CBS Mornings, David Begnaud shows us how to live happier lives. He's going to introduce us to an author who's researched the feeling and is feeling happy about the results. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
Be Beat the Black Friday crowd and come to Home Furniture's pre-holiday sale. Everything is on sale. Plus, get an extra 15% off floor models and clearance and pay no interest for 3 years. Don't wait. Hurry in for the best selection during the pre-holiday sale at Home Furniture.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value. Plus, no monthly payments until next year.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
For anybody in this region who is facing mobility issues,
I'd recommend Access Elevator because I know Jason.
The thing that sets Jason apart is that commitment, that passion for making life more pleasant. He will help you think about how to make your life easier in ways that you have not thought about.
There's no second guessing. I immediately say, call Access.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevators. Stop in and see us today.
Be a part of News 8 Now's Joy of Sharing, Friday, December 6th at the Village and Onalaska Festival Foods.
The community needs your donations of toys, food, and cash for our local Toys for Tots, the Hunger Task Force, and Salvation Army.
Please bring sealed, non-perishable food items, new or unused toys, or make a cash donation. All donations stay right here in our community.
You are what makes this event great, and we'll see you Friday, December 6th for the Joy of Sharing.
It's the Tempur-Pedic Black Friday sale at Home Sleep Express. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get a $300 home shopping cart, free white glove delivery, and pay no interest for 5 years. The Tempur-Pedic Black Friday sale at Home Sleep Express.
It was a law designed to change reading curriculum in Wisconsin schools. But over a year later, the funding is still frozen in the legislature. Tonight at 10, how schools are adapting and paying for the transition. Tonight at 10.
This is you, one place to the next. One more thing to check off the list. But stopping for 30 minutes? Well, that's just not an option. So that's why there's this, the News 8000 app. All your local news, plus a little bit beyond. So take a break when you want to.
First warn weather on News 8 Now. The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. Wisconsin lawmakers are considering a sandhill crane hunt. A legislative committee reviewed 5 proposals last week to manage the state's growing crane population. The birds, which nearly went extinct from hunting in the 1800s, are now blamed for nearly $2 million in crop damage last year. The committee will vote next month on bills that would let the DNR create a crane hunting season. In a first, President Biden approved Ukraine's use of America's powerful long-range missiles in its war against Russia for strike inside of the country. The weapons have the range to travel nearly 200 miles. After reports of the news broke, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at his evening address said the missiles would speak for themselves. With just a third of Wisconsin third graders reading at grade level, lawmakers passed a law to change how schools teach literacy. Act 20 moves schools from memorization to phonics-based approach, teaching kids to break down words into patterns. Local teachers support the change, but the cost is a challenge. Some districts, including Holmen, expect state help after they have already bought the materials.
That we've all paid for up front. We're hoping that soon this year we'll be able to apply for a grant to cover up to 50% of that resource because we did choose one that was on the list.
News 8's Ken Kozarowski will have the full report tonight at 10. This weekend, President Biden and other world leaders traveled to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, ahead of the G20 summit. This is the first time the geopolitical event will take place there. 56 delegates are expected to attend the summit, with most of the main events taking place today and tomorrow. A Black Hawk helicopter will touch down at Chippewa Falls Senior High this morning. The U.S. Air Force Junior Reserve is bringing the military helicopter to campus around 9 a.m. The visit is part of the school's effort to start an Air Force Junior Reserve program. Blood donors can celebrate a TV milestone and help save some lives in La Crosse today. The Red Cross is marking 30 years of the show Friends with a special blood drive. Everyone who donates between now and December 8th will get 2 special pairs of socks. Today's drive runs from 11:45 to 6:45 at the La Crosse Donation Center on Highway 16. At just 18, a La Crosse Logan graduate is now a business owner. Mia Davis celebrated the grand opening of her food truck this weekend, turning a teenage dream into reality. She's been planning Mia's Kitchen on Wheels since age 15. Now she runs the entire operation herself.
I think about that little girl who was so shy and so afraid to show her true self. And I'm just so proud, I'm so honored, and I'm so grateful for myself. I put in a lot of hard work for Mia's Kitchen.
Mia stopped by Foodie Friday earlier this month. You can catch her full interview on news8000.com. The UWL Screaming Eagles Marching Band honored the 70s with a field show review. They performed classic hits like Carry On, My Wayward Son, and Freebird. The band's director says the show is a chance to celebrate the group's accomplishments.
This is our opportunity to perform all of the songs that we've performed throughout the season. And it's just one last get together, play lots of music, have fun, and enjoy the friendships.
Besides the music, attendees also enjoyed some choreography and a color guard display.
I do love the band. All right, as we get into it here, we're looking at temperatures right now in the low 20s to at least 34 degrees. So you're going to need to bundle up a little bit, but we also have rainfall on the way with fog here holding on to the 9 o'clock hour. We'll get rid of the fog. You see the rainfall up to 2 inches, possibly, and a little bit less than that to end out the day. Breezy and gusty winds in the 30s. You'll see that as we go right into your afternoon, holding on to 57 degrees. What a day. Everything's in this mix. Once we get into Wednesday, we're going to throw in some snow as well, and temperatures, of course, will begin to drop.
In Tacoma, Washington, police spent some time chasing a runaway pig through a residential neighborhood. Officers dubbing the animal the notorious PIG as they tried to corral it. After a lengthy pursuit, the pig was finally caught and taken to a nearby ranch for a, quote, cozy stay. No injuries reported, and police haven't said where the pig escaped from. Oh, there he goes.
There you go.
All right.
I'm not gonna catch a pig, man.
Yeah, what do you lure them with? What do they like, mud?
Mud.
Bucket of mud.
Corn on the cob.
Bacon. No, not
No.
bacon. That one was placed in my ear nefariously. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Monday.